I'm 6 years old. Hi, I'm Zosha, and I'm 8 years old.
Hi, everyone. This is Mommy.
What's up, everyone? I'm Daddy.
And you're listening to
It's Movie Night.
And this week we watched Vivo.
Columbia, Sony, and Netflix put out this musical animation in 2021. It's rated PG and has a runtime of 1 hour and 38 minutes. Some other movies these studios put out around this time were Wish Dragon and Night Books.
Amelia, what would you say this movie's about?
It's about a guy who's in love with someone, and then he writes the girl a note, and then Vivo has to get the note to Miami.
That is exactly right. This movie's about a kinkajou named Vivo who travels from Cuba to Miami in order to deliver a song that his owner can't to his one true love.
Some familiar voices. Vivo is voiced by Lin-Manuel Miranda. He is Jack in Mary Poppins Returns. He's the voice of Major Tom in a Bluey episode. The episode is called Stories. We're very big Bluey fans in this house. And he's actually the horse. Indy's having trouble making a Play-Doh horse. Winton helps. It's a really funny episode. Check it out.
I like that episode where like, booger.
It is. It's really funny. However, the thing he is most known for is being Alexander Hamilton in Hamilton. Something fun we wanted to mention, we didn't realize he's only directed one movie, and he didn't even write the music for this movie, and it is Tick, Tick, Boom. It's on Netflix. It's a really fun musical.
It was a very good movie. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. More for adults than kids, but I think kids could watch it. It's not super inappropriate. Rosa, who is Gabby's mom, is voiced by Zoe Saldana. She is Maria in The Book of Life, Uhura in the Star Trek films, Neytiri from the Avatar franchise, the blue people Avatar, not waterbenders, airbenders, none of that. And she is Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy films.
She does a lot of space movies, I guess.
She's also in a couple billion-dollar movies as well, so people have definitely seen her.
Yes.
Ludador the Python is voiced by Michael Rooker. Zosha, who is Michael Rooker?
Yondu.
Yes, he is Yondu in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Parents, you may know him as Merle Dixon in The Walking Dead. Dan Carino is voiced by Brian Tyree Henry. He is Jefferson Davis in the Spider-Man Spider-Verse films, Phastos in Marvel's Eternals, and Lemon in Bullet Train. Parents, do not watch Bullet Train with your children, but I highly recommend watching it. We laughed so much during this.
It's actually one of those movies that I was tossing up that we could probably show the girls that movie. It's less violent than Kingsman, so that's the most violent movie we've ever shown them. So
That is true.
I might toss up showing them Bullet Train at some point. We'll see.
A few other voices we wanted to mention. Valentina is voiced by Nicole Byers, who we have seen a lot. Our girls got really into the show, nailed it, who she is the host of. The bus driver is played by Leslie David Baker. You might not know this name, but if you're a fan of The Office, you know who Stanley is. It's Pretzel Day, baby. He's also in 80 episodes of the Puppy Dog Pals as Frank and Rufus. Zosha was very, very into the Puppy Dog Pals. I didn't even realize his voice was in this, so yep. I thought that was cool. And lastly, Marta Sandoval is Gloria Estefan.
This one was shocking to me because I had known the name Gloria Estefan as like, oh, she's a legend. People really, she's got some bangers. But I did not know that these were the songs. Tell them what it is.
It is Turn the Beat Around, which everyone's heard that.
Turn the beat around. Yeah, like that song. I didn't know that was her.
Yes, and then Come Shake Your Body, Baby, Do That Conga.
Yeah, Conga.
Yep.
I was like, whoa, okay.
Do. It's like, oh, it's so good.
Yep, that's a very good song. So that was pretty cool that she does the voice of Martha.
Yeah, I like that they got an actual Hispanic singer. Like, it's more authentic, It
very much was. And then the directors of this movie, Kirk D'Amico, who co-directed The Croods and Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, and then Brandon Jeffords. This is his first film he's ever directed, but he was in the art department for Hotel Transylvania 2, Mitchell's vs. the Machines, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Those are 3 awesome movies.
Yes, they are. So, Mommy, you said this movie came out in 2021. I know it was a Netflix thing, so we did not see it in theaters, but what was your reaction when we first saw this movie? Did we watch it in 2021?
I believe we did because it was in the new releases, and of course we were always looking for new things to watch with the girls because if it wasn't a Disney movie, there wasn't much else getting played in this house. And we enjoyed it. I really liked it. We had the soundtrack on repeat. I know that when it first came out. Do you remember our first watch?
I remember, yes. I think Amelia was 3 and Zosha was 5. At least that's what I wrote in my letterboxd when I reviewed this for the first time. And I said that the girls really enjoyed it as well. So we all enjoyed it. So Vivo is a kinkajou. What kind of animal is a kinkajou, girls?
A monkey?
That is what you would think a kinkajou is. A kinkajou is not related to primates. They are closely related to raccoons.
Really?
Yes, and I thought that was super interesting. This has nothing to do with the movie, but this is just something that I thought was super interesting when I was doing research. I was like, wow, okay, so... And if you Google a picture, like, the animation for this is good. I do like the way that Vivo looks, but a real picture of a kinkajou kind of has a similar face to a raccoon. Not as long as of a snout, but the fingers and everything, very much raccoon.
I mean, they do say kinkajou a lot in this movie, so it does make you want to Google it.
It kind of is sickening. Like you make it, adults can make it a party game where they would take a sip of something every time.
Oh, they said kinkajou. Something new we want to introduce is the title drop. This is a huge thing in our house, and it is any time that the name of the film is said in the movie. Zosha, what happens?
We turn and look at each other, and I don't like it.
She does not. We don't just look at each other. We like stare into the depths of your soul until you make eye contact back and just make it really uncomfortable. And then once we lock eyes, we're like, okay, we can move on from this.
Yes, and Zosha, is there a title drop in this movie?
Yes, it's its name, so they said it a lot.
Yes, they do.
We try to only do it once, but I like to sprinkle it in more than once now.
Yeah, usually the very first time it's said is when we will do the deep stare.
But if it's been a while, sometimes I just like to give a good hard stare, okay?
Something else we're going to introduce here is the cat radar. Amelia loves cats, so we have to try to point out whenever a cat is in a movie and how cute it is. Amelia, was there a cat in this movie?
Yes.
What part was it at?
In the beginning, when Vivo's singing, he sees a cat.
Yes, and what color is the cat?
Gray.
And how cute is the cat? Is it a super cute cat, or is it just an okay cat?
It's just okay.
Yeah, it's just an okay cat. Now some favorite scenes. My favorite scene is right before they're singing Keep the Beat. It's when Gabby thinks that she's teaching Vivo how to drum.
And he's like, absolutely not.
And she picks up on it that he can keep a beat. And she goes, wow, I'm a really good teacher. And then they go into this ballad, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a very good song, Keep the Beat. Did you have a favorite scene, Zosha?
Yes, it's when the three girls are stuck and the snake's trying to eat them. So Vivo just jumps in and saves them, and then everything, glows in the dark.
Ah, yes, that is a very good scene. I like that scene because Vivo's the hero. How about you, Mommy? What was your favorite scene?
I enjoy the scene it's got a song in it. It's not my favorite song of the movie, but I do really like the scene. And it's the Running Out of Time song where Gabby and Vivo are trying to get it to the song to Marta's concert in time.
Okay.
And just all the beats and Rosa, the mom, is singing and trying to find her daughter with the bus driver and all this stuff. And these different characters are singing to the beat of this song. And it's really cool. And I like the colors of the background of the nighttime in Miami City.
Yeah.
It just looks and sounds really cool.
It's a good scene. Amelia, did you have a favorite part?
Yes, I like when Vivo sneaks inside Gabby's bag, and then when they get home, she opens up it, and then Vivo closes it, and then opens, and then closes it, and then she screams it.
Yeah, he does scare her. They scare each other in that scene. It was a very funny scene. I do like it.
It's just funny because he thinks that no one else is in the kitchen when he goes to open the bag, and then it just pans over to Gabby's mouth open. What is happening? So with our favorite scenes, we'll roll into more positives. The animation looks really good. It's more of a unique style, but I still love it. I had just mentioned Miami at night with the colors and everything. Both Cuba and Miami look fantastic. The reflections on the water, you see the paper flying in the wind, even when they're in the plaza. And that tracking shot, if you want to call it, of Vivo bouncing from person to person, it looks great. It's so fluid.
It's weird because you want to say tracking shot, but I don't know if it still counts as a tracking shot.
That's why I said,
for an animation. But yeah, the camera follows Vivo as he's going from person to person, and then even just jumping around and into the sky. And it's a really cool shot, I guess, if you want to call it that, or a really good animation or hand draw. I don't know what they're doing.
That's why I said it's so fluid. It looks like it would be one whole tracking shot.
Yeah, I like the background of Miami too.
It's just really pretty. The design of people, I don't think was our favorite, but it is, like we said, it is unique. I didn't like the really weird,
It kind of reminded me
upside down triangle bottoms.
It was like Gru, like really small feet and then like bigger bottoms and like top halves. It's kind of weird.
Yes, the proportions were off.
But like you had said, this is a unique animation style. It's Sony. Sony always is trying to break ground of like Spider-Verses and Mitchell's vs. the Machines. Like they're trying to do something, and I admire it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want it to look like when you're watching a Disney or a Pixar movie. Versus with Sony, they try to, I guess, give artists a chance, if that makes sense. Like, everybody gets to bring their own new style to the table rather than it being the same consistent thing. Yeah,
we talked about it with Puss in Boots as well. Like the action sequences, like they just look super cool.
Yeah.
Something else that's awesome, the music. Done by the voice of Vivo, who is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
And you can tell for sure because all of his songs sound kind of the same.
Yeah, so he did the music for Moana, which is slightly different from this. It doesn't have like quick pacing.
Alan Menken was there to chill him out.
Yeah. But he does the music for Moana. He does In the Heights. Hamilton is very quick paced. Encanto has their scenes where it's very quick paced, and we love Encanto. He also did the additional songs for the live-action Little Mermaid, and I know you guys don't like it, but I love the Scuttlebutt, which is very Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think it's a great song. It's just fun.
His expertise is definitely quick-witted and fun. I mean, I'm not expecting a ballad out of him.
Not yet, at least. We'll see what he comes up with in the upcoming years, though, I guess. But there is 10 songs in this movie. One of them is a 29-second song, and then the other is a reprise, so I guess you could say there's only 8 songs in the movie. But I would like to let the listeners know what our favorite songs are from this movie.
Zosha, why don't you go first?
I like the grand finale.
Ah, the last song in the movie. Okay, it's a very good song.
Yeah, I like that it has all the characters come back together for this song.
Yeah, I think even Stanley and like Dan Carino and Valentina, they're all in this song.
Yeah, everybody's together in the Key West Plaza.
Presenting the one and only Vivo. Go, 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 go!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Vivo and the Kid again. My rhythm comes from the heart of Havana City, and I bring a bit of it to every city I'm living in. I was given a gift, I'm never giving up or giving in.
Yes, very good scene and song.
My favorite song is Inside Your Heart.
Oh, very good song. Who sings that one?
Marta.
Yes, Marta sings that song. And it's a very good song because it's the song that Vivo has traveled so far to deliver.
Oh, when the years pass, but the love stays, keep this song inside your heart. Oh, I'll be with you when this song plays, all alone inside your heart. Oh.
Daddy, did you have a favorite song?
Yeah, my favorite song is the very first song of the movie, and it is one of a kind. There is quite a few bangers in this movie, and this one just like sets it off, puts the whole movie in order of like, hey, this is what you're getting. You're getting fast-paced, kind of like rap, but it's not rap, and it's got this Spanish type
Latin tones to it.
Yeah, and it's just so good. Like Lin-Manuel does a great job, and with One of a Kind, you're getting this this kind of duet between Vivo and Andres, and it's just awesome. It's a very good song.
It is, and it sets up how they met, how Vivo came to be in the care of Andres and their friendship, and it's fun and beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
Okay, attendance is low, but this is just a hiccup. Once we begin our show, business is gonna pick up. We're 2 blocks from La Casa, it's not a new scene. This is a spot in the plaza, check out the routine. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Vivo the kinkajou. Oh, what's a kinkajou? Oh, baby, I think that you're ready to learn a thing or two. Watch me swing as I sing at you every single thing I can think of to make you scream. Hey, lole, 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 lole.
Did you have a favorite song?
I really like Keep the Beat, and that is when Gabby and Vivo are on the boat, and they are, we mentioned the scene already, how like they're kind of, oh, I'm a good teacher, and meshing their musical styles together. But Vivo's feeling a little homesick and starts singing, and then Gabby starts singing with him, and I really like the way that their melodies mesh together at the end of the song. Like, I find myself just singing that part real hard. And I just, it's nice.
It can kind of move you to tears in a way. Like, this is not one of the parts that we cried in, because we will get to that later. But this is one of those scenes where you're like, oh, they are a good team.
Yeah, you can find friends in unexpected places, and just because you might not be by an old friend doesn't mean you can't find things in common with new people.
All I can lean
drum.
into the
We dance to
curve.
the beat of our own drum.
And all I can do when the tanks run
We
dry
dance to the beat of our
see
own
what's in
drum. We dance to
reserve.
the beat of our own drum.
And all I can do when the plans break down
In a world full of
stay on my
in a world full of
feet.
So that song is a good segue into the messages of this movie, which is the last positive we want to hit on. A big theme is to try something new. Don't be afraid to explore and get yourself out there. Vivo is very hesitant to leave Cuba. He's then hesitant again to accept Gabby's help. Andres didn't try something new by leaving Cuba. You know, you don't want to wait until it's too late or be too scared to try something new in life. While you have the opportunity, seize your moment, if you will.
Ooh, you're quoting.
We're dropping some cocoa bombs.
Yeah. But it is a very good message. I do like that message. And now some negatives of the movie. Let's talk about Gabby real fast. Girls, do you like Gabby?
Yeah.
You seem kind of hesitant. Just okay?
Yeah, she's just okay.
How about you, Amelia? Did you like Gabby?
Yeah, I like Gabby.
Okay, well, I guess that's an age thing because I was not a big fan of Gabby. She is there to help, but she was just super annoying. She was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, when is she going to be off screen? Which is unfortunate because she is in a lot of the movie.
She's the main character.
She is. She does help Vivo get to where he needs to be. However, she does run away from home. She could have been hurt, kidnapped, or eaten by a giant python. So, like, while I do commend her character for helping,
And being very individual.
yeah, it reminds me of when we covered Spirit Untamed. Like, these kids run away from home because they are helping, but they're not thinking of the consequences of leaving home by themselves. Like, they could have just had a conversation with the parent to, like, say, hey, we need to do this. This is very important. And most likely the parents are going to be like, okay, if it's important to you, then I am going to do my best to help you. And this is something that I think is a flaw in Gabby's character, is that she can be a bad influence to kids when they watch this movie.
Yes, you should never just run away and not tell your parents where you're going and end up in the Everglades and in
Yeah.
places that no one will be able to find you. Like, ridiculous and slightly unbelievable, but
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of unbelievable things, how does no one in this movie think it's crazy to communicate with this kinkajou?
Yeah.
Like, the Girl Scouts, I thought this was so funny. The Girl Scouts are all on this boat together with Gabby and Vivo, and he just picks up a recorder and starts playing it, and, like, no one bats an eye. They're just
No.
like, oh, cool. All right, this monkey-like thing is playing a recorder. No big deal. And then when he finally gets the song to Marta's just sitting at her desk, if you will, in her room, and just looks over and is like, oh, there's a kinkajou next to me. Very chill, doesn't freak out, doesn't panic that there's a wild animal in this room with her, and then just has like a whole conversation basically with him.
I kind of get the part with Marta a little. I give that one a little bit more credit because she is looking at a picture of Andres and he has Vivo on his shoulder. So she's kind of like, oh, okay, I've
seen you.
I've seen you before. But no, the part with the like Girl Scouts, wherever they are in the Everglades, when they're like, well, what are we doing? And she goes,
Turn the boat around, we're going to Miami!
What? You heard the kinkajou. Turn the boat around.
no, nobody heard that kinkajou because that kinkajou does not speak English, which is something that
They do address.
is a slight positive of this movie because they don't have any scenes where any of these characters understand him like the way he speaks, like English. Nobody is speaking English with this kinkajou, so I do give it credit there as well. But yeah, this is a crazy thing that Andres, Gabby, Marta, the Girl Scout girls, they all
Are master mind readers, basically.
yeah. And I guess in a way we are. I mean, when we go to see these characters in Disney, we're kind of playing charades with them and trying to figure out what they're saying, but Vivo does not go over the top like Disney characters do. So
No, because, you know, once you get pulled out of an animation, these Disney characters can't use their voice in the real world. So sometimes it gets hard.
true. So I do get your negative of like these people are going crazy, or these people should be going crazy trying to figure out what he's trying to say.
Yeah, if an animal came up to me, like in a hat and a scarf trying to talk to me, I'd be like, what is this? Where did you come from? I must study you.
Yeah, this isn't Lassie. Nobody can just understand the dog.
Yeah.
And then my last negative, the Everglades portion of this movie, it's kind of in the middle, and it's where like Ludador and Dan Carino are in it, and it just seems very unnecessary. At an hour and 38 minutes, I believe you said, they could have cut this portion out and made it just a tighter movie. The kids might like it, so I do get it, but it could have saved, like, there's two songs in this section. It's Love's Gonna Pick You Up, which I kind of do like it, and then Tough Crowd, which is the 29-second song that I had mentioned earlier.
I could do without that one.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just wanted more animal characters, and this was the only way to accomplish that, because otherwise it's nothing but humans around Vivo. So I feel like they segued into this just to get more cutesy animals.
Yeah, I could see that.
Rather than it being a necessity.
I just feel like they could have went straight from Keep the Beat into a little bit of the Everglades of them, like, maybe losing the raft, and then the Girl Scouts maybe come and pick them up, and then it goes right into Running Out of Time, I believe the song is, or the M.I.A.M.I. song.
We gotta go, 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 we gotta go.
I running out of time.
Turn up the tempo.
Turn up the tempo.
I feel like that would have been just a tighter movie.
Yes, put them in Miami a little bit more and show them trying to get to this theater.
I agree. So what other negatives or positives come with parental guidance, Mommy?
So language is completely clean, no issues there. Violence-wise, it's a lot of comedic type violence with Vivo getting his tail stuck in a zipper. A dog goes to chase Vivo when he gets to Miami, and he's pretty vicious.
He is very vicious.
Scary-wise, the snake could scare kids for sure. Ludador is large, creepy, and he's trying to eat kids and Vivo.
Even I was very surprised about he was bigger than the girls. I thought they were the same size or something, but they aren't.
We haven't seen them inside any zoos that we have gone to, but there are snakes that are gigantic, Amelia.
Would you want a snake like that to be next to you?
No.
Me neither.
Nuh-uh.
But outside of that, there is a character passing that could awaken something in children, whether it be fear, sadness, or anxiety. Some grown-up stuff. There is a lot of loss in different forms. Gabby lost her dad. Andres lost the love of his life, etc. It just goes to show that life moves quickly, and it further speaks to the message of take your chances now because you or someone could be gone tomorrow. That's tough for even adults to think about, let alone kids.
Yeah, very true.
Cry factor? Oh, yes. We already mentioned that there were some parts that we cried for. There are 3 in particular. 1, a character passing. 2, Gabby explaining why it's so important to her to get this song to Marta, and then Marta finally singing that song.
Yeah, between the second part and the third part that you mentioned, it's pretty much continuous tears the entire time.
Yes, they roll one right into another.
And as for an age recommendation, you know your kids better than we do. We're just here to give our opinions. I think that the littles are really going to enjoy this movie, so no age limit. However, if you have some older kids, maybe 10 and up, they might think they're too cool for this movie. So approach that with caution. And then as for our Rotten Tomato critics, they have it certified fresh at 86%, which is a thumbs up. Audiences hold it lower, though, at 73%, which would be a thumbs middle. Let's see how it holds up in our house. Zosha, do you give Vivo a thumbs up, a thumbs middle, or a thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up? Why a thumbs up?
I like it because it's funny and I like the music.
Okay, very good reasons. Amelia?
Thumbs up.
Why a thumbs up?
Because I liked it and it was very funny.
All right. Mommy, what do you give this movie?
I'm going to give this movie a thumbs middle. I love the music, and I like the music more than I like the story, so that brings it down for me. And then, like we mentioned, Gabby's just really annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't like rewatching this movie. I will re-listen to the soundtrack, though.
Okay.
What about you, Daddy?
I am right on par with you.
All
Thumbs
right.
middle. Gabby is the thing that ruins this movie, and yeah, the songs are all bangers. It's depending on who you are, you might think that this is Lin-Manuel's best work. And if any of you would like to add Vivo to your movie night list, it is currently streaming on Netflix or available across platforms.
And after watching, let us know if you give it thumbs up, thumbs middle, or thumbs down.
And when you want to let us know what you think about the movie, please find us on social media. We like to post pictures of us on our movie nights, letting you know what snacks and sweets we're eating. It's a fun place to hang out.
Our Facebook is It's Movie Night, and our Instagram is It's Movie Night Pod. Thank you for listening. Join us next week for another movie night. Bye.
Bye.